Well, we were talking with my husband, what should we do? And there were two scenarios. One is to escape and survive. Another one is to stay and take the battle. And we decided to stay. And what is going to happen? The worst happened to us in both cases. This is that we can die. And we decided that we can die anyway. So let's just use the time that is left for some good reason.
That is Ukrainian YouTuber Olena Ganesh, who has been regularly since this began, I guess, on YouTube, posting videos whenever she could of the situation there and what she's going through and her family is going through. Darren Snow is from Vancouver. He moved to Kyiv 8 years ago. We spoke to him last week and tried to get him back on today. Obviously a very difficult time there, and I believe he is on the line. Darren, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, first of all, how are you?
Good enough, I guess.
Are you still in Kyiv?
I'm still in Kyiv. My 25-year-old son left, and he's in Lviv right now, in the west of Ukraine. Going to get to the Polish border by tomorrow. There was the curfew, the lockdown. We couldn't get out until 8 yesterday morning. Got him to the train station, got him on a train, so he's okay. I have an 8-year-old and a 8-year-old boy and a 3-year-old daughter, and I don't have Canadian passports for either one of them. And my youngest doesn't have a passport, even a Ukrainian passport. I did try to ask the consulate for some help. I phoned. They said, okay, you have to email the Kyiv consulate. I emailed the Kyiv consulate, and all they did was send me back to the same phone number I phoned a couple days before, and they did take 2 days to get back to me. So thinking about getting out, but things were locked today. So I'm going to buy a car tomorrow and hopefully get somewhere, if we don't get on a train, and get somewhere out of the city if possible.
Did you just say you're going to try and buy a car tomorrow?
Yeah.
How easy is that to do? I can't imagine that would be something that's even going on there now.
Well, there's lots available, right? And I could buy, something half decent here. So, the thing is, Kyiv is a nice city, right? It's a beautiful city, right? If anybody's been to Paris and, all kinds of different places in Europe, it's the same type of flavor, really beautiful city. I hate to leave this place, but, I think Putin, in this case, Putin's losing so badly. I don't know if it's something like 1,000 armored vehicles, 200 plus tanks already. There's 6,000, and this was as of yesterday. I think there's 6,000 casualties, 6,000 dead Russian soldiers in Ukraine right now. It's horrible. Honestly, he's going to do what I'm afraid of. What I'm really afraid of is he's going to do what's been happening in Kharkiv as of yesterday and today, right? Big cluster bombs, right. Huge missiles in the middle of the street, right? Targeting even civilians, just like there was a big column of 120 or 150 vehicles going through town 40 kilometers north of Kyiv. And they were shooting, the tanks were shooting through houses, like civilian houses and machine gunning houses. That whole column got wiped out, lucky enough. But they're getting more brutal, and they have to get more brutal to really survive, I think. So it could get much, much worse.
Which begs the question, I guess, at what point do you decide, okay, I'm definitely going to leave? And obviously, if you're buying a car, your plan is to drive to get to the border with Poland or wherever else to just finally get out?
Yeah, we couldn't do that today, though, because all the roads were blocked off. Nobody could get outside, whether it was train or by car. But now it's just, it's getting a bit hairy, right?
Okay.
So.
What do you see? I mean, I'm guessing you're not indoors all day. You're planning on going out to buy a car. What are you seeing or what are you hearing in terms of what's actually happening in Kyiv right now? I mean, are people in the streets with guns?
Yeah, there is. And exactly what that lady just said, I heard a bit of the clips that you had on just now. Everybody here feels the same way. I'm kind of in the IT sphere here. And man, people that are not violent or angry or big, strong are exactly got the same sentiment as that lady.
Is that
There's
you?
So many people.
Is that something
Pardon?
you're prepared to do, Darren?
I don't know. I'm a little bit too old. I did sign up for the civil defense, and they wouldn't accept me here.
Okay. Because we had heard that they're asking everyone between the ages of 18 and 60, men anyway, not to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So from people you talk to, you mentioned you heard that clip of that woman saying they're going to stay. We've heard the same thing over and over again, and Vladimir Zelensky has basically said the same thing. It's
big explosion.
Just now?
Yeah.
Can you see what happened? Are you okay?
No, everything's fine. It's far away.
How far are you from Kyiv, which was the site of the recent Russian attack? Or how far away is that?
Did you hear that explosion?
No. Okay, so you're sensing that there's explosions now, not that far from you?
I don't know, probably 4 or 5 kilometers at least.
Okay, now are you in an apartment or are you in a shelter right now?
I'm in an apartment right now. There's a shelter down below, but the Ukrainians are so nice. Like, you have all the old ladies manning this one shelter, and it's actually a church, an Orthodox church shelter, right underneath this building. They've got a good kitchen there, and they're all keep feeding me. They want to feed me and feed me and feed me.
Wow.
So I actually brought them a lot of food today, big jugs of water, lots of different things, because they've just been so nice.
I saw a story last night that, in fact, in supermarkets there, it was getting more and more difficult to actually find food. Shelves were starting to get empty. Have you seen that?
Yeah, meat, a lot of meat. Tough to get meat, and milk. Like, it was tough to get milk today. But today the stores were better than yesterday. Yesterday it was really bad. I think on Friday, one store I waited for probably about 2.5 hours to go through to get into the store, and then to finally pay, it was even more than an hour, probably an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah.
So, Darren,
to finally pay.
I need to ask the question because, when you say there's explosions going off, obviously we're concerned for your safety. They don't want you to be on the phone if you have to run, to downstairs to one of the shelters. But if, as you described, you couldn't get out yesterday or today, what happens tomorrow if it gets even more difficult to get out? What are you going to do? What's your long-term, long-range plan here?
Well, I'm in a pretty strong building. If you have to stay here, it's going to be okay. A whole lot of people are still in Kyiv. Okay, so as far as you're concerned, you're not going anywhere. If you can get out, great. If not, you're fine where you are. Yeah, it's just like, I'm not living with the wife anymore, but, when she wants to go, she wants me to be going with her because it's just dangerous, right? You don't know what's going to happen on a road. You don't know what's going to happen anywhere.
Where is your wife now?
Well, just about 1 kilometer away.
So are you in regular contact with her? Yeah,
and she's got a strong building, a really strong one of the Khrushchev type buildings. They're a really strong building.
There's no one. Is that I'm amazed as I talk to you. You're right in the midst of this, and I realize they're not attacking Kyiv now, but I know there have been sort of attacks in the past, and it seems now you've heard about the fact there's a convoy, I guess about 40 miles, 65 kilometers long, apparently ready to move on Kyiv. Have you heard that? Are you aware of that?
I think they say the plan is to surround Kyiv, try to get some more bargaining or some more negotiations going tomorrow. But Poland also gave, I don't know, was it 29 MiG-29? I think they got 70 new MiG-29s today. So the Air Force is replenished, and if this big convoy's coming, I guess they got something to do.
Okay. I'm going to say the same thing I did when we first spoke. It's amazing how calm you seem to be and just sort of dealing with this. This is the situation you're in, and what are you going to do? We'll do the best we can. And I'm wondering how many people share that same opinion with you.
You heard that other lady before. It's pretty much the sentiment.
She seemed a lot more emotional, though. I mean, I sensed a little bit of fear, some trepidation in her voice towards the end. You don't seem like you're that at all. You're just going to get through this, whatever it takes.
Well, I can't say I'm not scared, because when you hear the big explosion, like today, or was it yesterday afternoon? Today there was one that rattled the window, too. And yesterday there was a good one. right? Probably the biggest one. I don't know how far that was away, but we're not really getting any idea of how far away they are.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be pretty far away. Apparently, a couple days ago, it was the one lady downstairs said it was about 1.5 kilometers away. I don't know if she knew anything.
Okay. Listen, I wish you all the best. I very much appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and I hope we can check back in with you on a regular basis just to make sure everything is okay and that you're safe. So thanks again, Darren, and stay safe.
Yeah. Slava Ukraine.
Okay. Darren Snow, Montrealer, Canadian from Vancouver, moved to Kyiv 8 years ago and just sticking it out. Going to do what it takes. I was just amazed to hear him say, well, I think we'll buy a car tomorrow and head to the border. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I keep thinking, and he said things are just, Kyiv's a big city, and things are to some degree, normal that you can still go and buy a car and hop in and try to drive across the border. And obviously that in and of itself, I should have asked that, is not going to be that easy because we know there are huge lines of people trying to do exactly the same thing now, either to the Polish border or one of the other borders like Moldova or Hungary, Romania, etc. So that in itself now, we think the last total I heard was there are over 600,000 people now, Ukrainians, trying to flee that country to get to one of those other countries.